the community tonight. Yes, that's right. We are talking to the LGBTQIA plus community. I hope I said that right and I did that correctly. Um, I did. Okay. All right. Just make sure I want to be correct. I don't want to, mispronounce nobody's pronouns or be disrespectful because I'm an advocate for this community. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. So tonight on my panel guest, starting from my left, from your right, I believe, I have the one and only Dream.
Hi, everybody.
Then I have my lovely and beautiful wife, Miss Red Sea, aka Debbie Cakes.
Hello.
I have a newfound friend that I met the other day. She's gonna be here, Miss Gigi.
Hello, how are you guys?
And then a good friend of mine that has been a friend of mine for a while, Miss Rose.
Hello, everyone.
All right, y'all give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Tonight we will be doing our Curious Cat again. Ms. Dollface will be dropping the Curious Cat link. If you have any questions that would need to be said and you want to do it anonymously, you can click on the link and ask. It is 100% anonymous. We won't know who asked those questions, and the good questions we will make sure that you are heard. So when that portion happens, we will drop that link for you guys. We'll even drop it in the YouTube for you, also at home. Or you could just ask your questions there on the YouTube. Also, please, 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 okay? I'm begging y'all. We do take this very seriously. We do the survey, okay? We have a survey for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please fill out the survey and give us feedback. Because me and my team, we sit together every night after every show and we go over everything, okay? And we talk about it. We really discuss it. So please fill out the survey. We will drop that link for you guys, also in the YouTube and here on SL. And while you're thinking about coming to SL, we want to welcome you to the plug. The plug lets us come here and do this here every night that we do this. So the plug is a place where you come, hang out with a bunch of very colorful people, I will say, and have fun on the grid. And that's what this show is all about, making SL great again. So I hope y'all enjoy tonight's topic, and I hope y'all have fun. And let's jump right into it. So, first bullet point I want to talk about tonight, and I really want to open up this conversation, but I really want to know, what is the disconnect between the LGBTQ community and the urban community in Second Life? I really want to touch bases on this because I feel like there's a lot of speculation, stereotypes, and a lot of things that people just don't know, and because they don't know, they don't understand it. So we're going to open up the Curious Cat for that, but I'm going to take it to my panelists first, and I'm going to start with Miss Rose. Miss Rose, what do you think the disconnect is between the LGBT community and the urban community here on Second Life?
Oof. This is not a question I would like to start on, but well, I don't want to give commentary first. I'll try my best.
Okay.
I feel like the disconnect is that there is just not a lot of knowledge in between both parties. Like, when you say urban, I'm assuming you mean like heterosexual,
Right.
cisgender people.
Right.
I think there's just like not a lot of understanding and not a lot of, I guess, care for that either.
Okay.
And people just are comfortable in their ignorance,
Okay.
and that's what happens.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Miss Gigi.
Okay, so I think Rose kind of said what I would say, but like I think it's just ignorance, like a lack of knowing, like a lot of gay people or LGBTQI plus people, like you see the actions of one random person and then you like, oh, that's how all of them are, and it's not true.
Right.
Because like even that one person, you don't even know that person. You catch somebody in a bad moment, and then you think that that's how everyone who is in the community is like that. And like every community has problems, and we all have drama in real life too. But like I think it's a lack of understanding. Sometimes we have to sit down and listen to other people's side of the story. Understand that it's not always I hate you, you hate me. Let's get to know each other. Let's have community. Let's do things like this and hear, people when they're calm, people when they're not like angry or upset. I think that is the key to breaking down those barriers. And I also think it stems from real life too, right? Like,
Okay.
Black people in particular are raised and Hispanic people too are raised in like Christian households. We're taught that being gay is like so bad, so it's easy to hate people who are not
Right. It's like a
cisgender.
carnal sin.
Yeah, it's easy to put hate on someone who's not the norm. So I think it just takes community and understanding and being open to each other, and that's all.
All right, Miss Debbie Cakes.
I agree on what both of them said, and I also want to add that it actually all boils down to what people are brought up to live by, and also what we show, like what we show people. It sucks because you actually see the urban community and people think the urban community is ignorant. They think that they're disrespectful. They think a lot of negative things, and that actually boils down to the LGBT also. Like they actually, because they see it. They see people, like they think just as much as like other people, like what Gigi said. Like if you hear certain things, you think that's okay to say as well. So then when they hear certain things being said between like amongst like a fake argument or something like that, they think, oh, well, they say it, so it should be okay. Like they don't, I feel like that's where the disconnect lies. So then when certain things feel disrespectful, that's where it's like, okay, well, in order for people to learn something, you got to be able to teach it. And you got to be able to show what you want to be respected as. And I feel like that's where the disconnect lies.
Okay. Miss TT Dream.
I basically, I mean, between the three of them, they kind of like covered everything. They literally
Okay, well,
covered it.
let me ask you this: How can we break that wall? What are some steps that we can take? What are some steps that we could take to open up that wall so that everybody can be on the same page, so it can be more of a normal conversation between everybody?
I feel it's gonna be a hard thing to change as far as getting straight and gay people to be, united, because we can't even really get black people to be united. And my thing about that is, I don't feel like nowadays, I don't feel that people genuinely hate people because they're gay. That's not how I feel. I feel it's the same concept of, oh, if we're arguing and you're fat, I'm going to call you a fat bitch. And if you're gay, I'm going to call you a faggot. But the person that's gay may take that a little harsher because it's like, damn, like this comes from a straight person. But I feel like the world is more open to gay people nowadays. And me personally, I don't feel homophobia from people in general. Now, if I'm arguing with somebody like you guys see me arguing with the Cash Nova person at the plug the other day, and she started saying a bunch of homophobic, oh, gay people have HIV and you guys have AIDS and da-da-da-da-da. She started saying a lot of hateful homophobic stuff, but I know that's only because, girl, we're fighting. You have nothing else to say. So you're using that and weaponizing it. I feel like we have to get right within ourselves first before we can break down a barrier to say, okay, well, let's get along with the gays and the straights, because I feel like it's much deeper than that. People cannot like you because you have on a shoe that costs more money than their shoe do. So it doesn't matter between being gay or not, or LGBT. I think the LGBT is a little bit more sensitive, but the world is harsh to everybody, not just us. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really think it's a disconnect. What I do think is that people should stop being mean to people. Like, if you see me standing next to Momo and me and Momo's cool, don't go around and be like, oh, Momo, that's why you hang around the faggot, you must be gay, and da-da-da-da-da. And that is what people are afraid of. So another man is not going to come and stand beside me because he's going to feel that if he stands beside my avatar, that another ignorant soul is going to come and turn around and be like, oh, you're gay because you were standing with Dream. And then that makes that person that's standing beside me act funny towards me now because they don't want people to judge them or feel like they're gay because they're standing next to me.
And
so
this is what I want to talk about.
That is the
that part right there. That issue right there. Like I feel as though like I be is very nice and respectful to everyone here on the grid, and I have friends all over SL. I have people who are trolls. I have people who are atheists, people who believe in God, who believe in science. I have friends all over the world. I don't judge them for what they do because that's their life. Okay, That is their life. They do what they want to do. That's on them. It doesn't affect me because I know how I walk my path. You know what I'm saying? Everybody walks their own path, so they shouldn't let what somebody else say or do dictate their instructions on how to get down their path.
You see what Emily Nova said? I feel like that's where it starts at. It starts within our community, and Black people have a very crab in a barrel mentality. And I say that because, I'm probably the most talked about person on this game, and that's not nothing I'm bragging about because I hate it. And hundreds and hundreds of people bash me and don't know me and talk about me because I'm successful, literally. And that's not, like I said, I'm not bragging about it or, whatever, but people, they have so much built up animosity, or they have this why them and not you, or, oh, that bitch getting money, but that bitch, da, da, da. It's just like, that comes from Black people. And I don't know why. Yeah. And I'm gonna say we do it. Now, when it comes to the jealousy and part like that, I don't do that. So I can't really relate to that. But I don't know why, people can't really like be happy for people and get out of everyone's business and stop judging and gossiping about everyone. And that I feel like will never stop because that is something within themselves that they have to figure out why they sitting there talking about people all goddamn day that ain't never bothered them. And until they get right with that, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, because they're going to talk about you if you're gay, you're short, you're tall, you're fat, you're skinny. It don't matter what you is. So I don't take the gay shit personal because y'all going to talk about me if I was straight and I was a beautiful woman like Beyonce, y'all still going to talk about me.
Do you think that is more of a target for you? Like when you're like, let me take it to the other panels. It's like, do you think being like, when it comes to, what's the word I'm looking for? How am I gonna say this? When it comes to like you get into an argument or anything like that, do you think that people use the fact that you're gay or in the LGBT community? Do you think they use that more of a dagger than to just talk about you as a person? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, take it away, Debbie.
I get it mostly, and I want to backtrack because they're talking some really factual things in this local, and Blaze said it at its finest. Everyone is respectful until they get in a fight. And yes. I honestly, I am a fat Mexican in everybody's eyes, and ain't no Mexican even in my body. Like, like they want to jump on me so quick because they don't know what the hell I am. And I mean, and everybody knows that I go both ways. I like females, I like males. I don't put a title on my sexuality. So it bothers people when you're okay with yourself, like TT said. Like, it bothers people. That bitterness just takes over. And I am so confident, and Bae loves it, but I am so confident from head to toe about me. I love me. And they can't stand that. Like, they cannot stand it. It don't matter if you're successful. It don't matter if you're broke, you rich, you ugly. Somebody gonna love you. But that's the saddest part, is that they don't have that love for themselves. So they have to they have to pour that on somebody. But we are focusing on the LGBTQ, like the community. But yeah, like, honestly, I feel like I didn't come out until I was in my early 20s. And I honestly didn't feel the comfort. I didn't feel the comfort to come out. I didn't feel the comfort to like pursue talking to a female in school or any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of the crowd that I was in real life, but especially when I got on here. Like, I mean, it was cutthroat on here. Like, it's like, you either fit in or you don't, and you really don't, because no one, like, everybody's not going to love you. You know that. Everybody knows that, and that's the saddest part. Like, they do weaponize a lot of things. If they hear one little thing or make up something, everybody runs with it.
But the shit that they make up is so stupid. Sorry to cut
It
you off.
is. No, you're good.
But the shit that they like, okay, the other day my son Hood Rich, who's actually in the crowd, he was arguing with someone and they're like, "Oh, you're gay, you're in a gay family." Like, what the fuck does him being sorry for cursing? What the hell does him being in a family with LGBT people and a lot of because most of my sons are straight mean that he's gay because he's around gay people and he's not being homophobic?
Just imagine that being a real life situation, a child being born into a gay parent. You know what I'm saying? Now they're gay.
And how the world
that's what it. Yep,
Yeah,
that's exactly how it is.
And that's why you gotta rule it with an iron fist, like I do. But
So
not everybody's like Dream. Not everybody gonna come and stand up. And you may have another person that is LGBT that has a straight son, and that straight son may leave because you don't got nobody to really defend you. And really, I know that my kids know I'm solid behind them, and they know that I'm gonna come and I'm gonna defend, and they're gonna do the same for me. So I don't worry about my kids feeling like, oh, everybody gonna drop me because the world is laughing at them for being because
people love to assume. That's what Velocity just said. I mean,
honest, if people
Velocity
feel that way that you would drop them because of the family or something like that, that just proves that they don't have a spot in this family just from that thought itself.
Right.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, Rose. I was going to bring it to Rose and Gigi. Yo, go ahead. What you got to say, Rose?
Okay. So I feel like on SL in particular, the vitriol against anybody that's in the marginalized community is like 10 times worse, because the fact that people can hide behind avatars, their worst self comes out. So like anything that I've experienced on SL is like 10 times worse than what I experienced in real life. Like I don't have any of the issues in real life that I have on SL just because people know that I'm trans. Like I made the conscious effort recently to I used to disclose my T on my profile. I don't do that anymore because I find that when people find out that I'm trans on here, it's like something that they can use against me automatically. And I think that that's trash because it's like, you don't even know me, but because I'm trans, you already think you're better than me. Right? And I think that that's not fair and that's not right. And I think that that's something that people have to work on within themselves. Like,
I remember having a conversation with you, Rose, a while back when, like I had first met you, and you and Juju were talking. I think we were playing that game that Juju wanted us to play, and you were just so open and honest, and you just was, you were just so nice and able to just talk about, your life experiences and stuff like that. And I just don't understand how, I remember I asked you, I said, why don't you put that in your profile? You mentioned you don't put that in your profile, and you said you want somebody to fall or like you for you, not for who what you are, for, who you are on the inside, not what you are on the outside. And I hate that people judge so easily on this game. They see a beautiful female. They're like, oh, look at her. She fine as hell. And then she get on mic, and just because her voice is a little deeper or she sounds different, oh, I ain't with all that shit. It's like an instant disconnect, and they just turn away, and it's like so frowned upon. And it's all, products of our environment, how we've grown up, what we've taught, what we're so used to seeing. And I think one of the reasons why the media kind of normalizes gayness nowadays, I mean, you turn on the TV show, you're going to see a gay couple. It's always going to be that one gay person. And it's like they're trying to find a way to fit them into everything so people can, normalize being gay. And it's almost like being gay is popular now. Like it's the hopping thing to do. And
thanks to Dream.
I think I was talking to Gigi the other day about this, how even some of the older gays were upset at how it's so easy for people to be gay now than it was back in the day.
I want to add
it's called evolution too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
go ahead, Rose.
I feel like yes, gayness is accepted, but now the new evil thing is transness.
Okay.
Like, they can accept the gays, but the girls, oh, no, ma'am.
That's a whole nother topic, child. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, they can. The gays are cool, but it's just, I don't know. That's all I have to say about it right now.
Can I add before we get to Gigi right quick? I
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
want to say this. I want to say this mainly because this was the main thing when I was in school, which what scared me. Exactly what Rose just said. I'm not trying to take over. I'm telling you, promise. I just want to say this though because I did have two friends. There was Curtis and Dante, and Dave's heard this story before. But my friends Curtis and Dante, I had no clue that Dante was even thinking of trying to be transgender or anything. I always had an inkling about Curtis. You know, he's real flamboyant and everything. You know, he was that out of this world. Like, yeah. So my freshman year, I'm sitting in the freshman hallway waiting for my friend, like, where's Dante? I see this girl with the jersey dress at the time. Yeah, I know y'all heard about the jersey dresses back in the day. She had on this jersey dress, these boots with these micros, and she comes running up to me, and I'm like, who is this running up to me? And I'm looking, and I'm like, what the hell? Dante became Sierra, and Curtis became Carmen, and it was such a big-ass thing in school because they were not accepted. And this was like 2004. So just to do the math, that is still not accepted in 2022. It's like, it's crazy because it is. It's like, it's still a thing. And it's a sad thing at that because it's like, you would think like being who you are and loving who you love is fine, but it's not. It's really not. And I want to let Gigi talk though. I did want to just give that story because it's like, you know, I have witnessed it, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Gigi, how do you feel about it?
Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack to the whole like gay thing, like gays not wanting to be around certain people on here, like especially men who use female avatars or trans people. I think a lot of that stems from toxic masculinity, specifically like on this game. There's like like I don't want to say a rumor, but there's like a stereotype that like us people who use female avatars want to like turn out straight men, right? And so that's been a thing since like way back in the day. And so, and the point is they use these excuses, this toxic shit, excuse me, I didn't mean to curse. This toxic masculinity to say, oh, well, if you are around this person, you gay. If you're around this person, you gay. And I think that's very unfair because what the truth is the men who don't mind being around the queer community are the ones who are secure in their heterosexuality. Excuse me. The ones who are running away, pretending like they are saying, "Oh, I can't be around this person because it's gonna make me gay or it's gonna make me look gay." No, you are insecure as fuck. That's your problem. You're insecure in who you are. A secure man. You know, my best friend is a straight white man. We sleep in the same bed together to this day. We've never done nothing sexual. Like he is secure in who he is. He ain't ever tried nothing with me, and I ain't never tried nothing with him. You know why? Because I respect him, and gay people respect people who are secure in their sexuality. Running around talking about, oh, so and so, or I mean, you in this family, so you gay. That's that gives very much insecure, and I think that is what we need to highlight here. Like, regardless of who status or whatever, like that doesn't, just because you're in a family with somebody doesn't make you gay. And I hear that all the time, and I'm like, you are really insecure in who you are as a freaking person. Like, it's ridiculous. Now, as far as the trans thing, I agree. Trans is like the new no-no, right? Like, I'm not trans. I'm a bisexual cisgender man, you know. So I can't speak on the trans experience, but I can say that I went to school with a trans girl, or with a girl who became trans in college, right? And this is like 4 or 5 years ago. And I don't know. It's just the way people would gawk when they saw her, like, I used to be a boy. Like, okay, no shit, Sherlock, but she's living her life as who she is now, so fuck off.
Right.
Like, it's just like people, I don't know. I think people are very ignorant about things they don't know. And I think that the trans people are going through what the gay people went through 20 years ago. And it's going to be an uphill battle. Honestly, that's what I think it's going to be. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Well, thank you. Thanks for
Why
sharing.
you
Now,
down there?
I'm
I'm down here because No shade to nobody that's going
boy.
on. I kind of told, my fans, my dreamers, my family that, I thought that this is going to be like a talk show. I didn't know that, like, we was going to have panel members and stuff. I don't really know. And I love what these people are saying, and they're saying very amazing things. But I got stuff to do. I can't be waiting to the third time to come around and speak. And, because I'm on a tight schedule. And I think that they have a lot to say because this is from different perspective of a trans woman and a guy. And, like they have better insight on certain things than I do. So I think that they can still lead this convo and do a damn good job because what they're saying is basically everything I was going to say. I don't got time to be waiting till the third.
We understand. You
to
out
get
there
to
busy.
me speak.
You out there busy. I understand, TT Dream. Well, thank you for coming through and sharing.
I love you, Momo, and good luck.
TT.
Shout out
Thank
to
you
the
so
girls
much.
and the LGBT. I love y'all too, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you, TT Dream, for coming through.
No problem.
All right. Now, before we get back to my panel, I got my best friend Jim said she was gonna come up here and speak. Appreciate you coming up here, Jim.
Hey everybody, hey.
I'm gonna
Waves
cut
at
to
the
Jim.
people. Hey.
I'm gonna cut to my lovely assistant. Well, not assistant. My homie. Dollface, you out there? You ready? I think. Say what now?
Huh? No. Sorry.
Hello,
Okay.
everybody. I am the producer on Mo Late Nights. I'm not his homie or his assistant. I'm a producer. I'm a whole producer. We do have a Curious Cat question. The Curious Cat question that we have is actually along the lines of what you guys are discussing right now. And yeah, so here we go. This anonymous question is, why are trans people always playing the victim when we accidentally mistaken a pronoun? Again, don't come for me. I'm just reading the question as it was presented. All right, back to you, Mama.
Thank you so much. So, Miss Jen, would you like to, since you just now coming up here, would you like to start with
Oh,
that?
girl. Oh, y'all would give me the question when the bitch come on here. Oh, so I do want to say everything that is being said and being discussed. Disclaimer: please do not take this against me. Yes, I am a part of the LGBTQ family. I am a male and a female avatar, and what comes out of my mouth is just going to come out of my mouth. Okay, we're just going to start from there. Okay.
All right.
So, what I would say is honestly, I feel like it's both parts of the whole situation, because honestly, no one is really playing the victim role when it comes down to the trans, and no one is really playing the victim role when it comes down to AKA in the gays terminology trade, or like men that mess with transgenders. And I love all of my transgender women, just letting y'all know, and men, hey there, if y'all are out there. But I do feel like a lot of trans females do provoke straight males, and you see that a lot on SL. And I feel like a lot of people play the victim role because it's a thing of, it's like, oh, okay, blase, blase, blase. But the thing is, you have to realize you're the one that's actually provoking that male person that you're trying to talk to as well. So you really can't say that, okay, you're playing victim if you're the one that's actually starting stuff. Okay, you see a trade, the next thing you know, okay, yeah, that's your prey. So you're going to go on ahead and try and get to them. So my thing is, it's like you really can't play the victim role when it comes down for you doing the whole situation. Now, for the males, honestly, I really haven't been in the perspective that me seeing like a straight male going into a transgender male. But my thing is, it's like you do have transgender females that don't even tell males at the time or in the beginning that, oh, okay, yeah, I'm trans. You just let them know, okay, yeah, you're a woman. So I feel like that's another like situation that, okay, yeah, if you don't let them know that, the next thing you know, you're going to play the victim role because you're going to think that, oh, this man is trying to do something to you, but you didn't let them know that you are, a trans, woman. So, honestly, I feel like it's on both sides, because love, I feel like both of y'all should have y'all, magnifying glasses on and know, what's, what, and go from there. But, that's what I would say from it.
All right. Yes, go ahead, Gigi.
Okay, because I don't want to answer like all of it because I'm not trans, but I will say that on the internet, right? Like for example, like on Twitter, like people don't really know if a person, especially like if it's like a stan account, right? Because I see this all the time, right? Somebody have a Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey, Beyonce picture in their profile, and it'd be a transgender man, for example, and somebody like, girl, this, girl, that, and next thing you know, don't misgender me, da 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 da. I think that is playing victim because, like, how does someone know, right? But when you deliberately misgender someone in person, that's a different story. Because I think the question was talking about like misgendering people, right? So, like,
Right.
if I'm talking to someone and I know that they identify as a woman and I purposely call them a man, then I'm being a disrespectful bitch. Like that's what I'm doing. Like
Right.
you know someone's pronouns when they tell you or when they present a certain way, right? Now if you identify as they and them and you don't tell me that, how the hell am I supposed to know, right? But other than that, if you dress as a woman and you present as a woman, even if you weren't born as male, we live in the 21st century. It's 2022. Come on, we know this person identifies as she, right? So call her what she is, and don't be a bitch about it. Now on Twitter, people do what they want to do, and that's a different story. On the internet, for example, if you didn't know I was a boy and I never got on mic and you called me girl, I'm not gonna get mad because that's a different story. But if I get on mic and I tell you, okay, I have a female avatar because I like fashion, but I'm a boy, call me a boy, and you still call me a girl, you're being disrespectful. So that's just how I feel. Now, as far as what, I'm sorry, what was her name? I'm sorry, I missed your name.
Jimmy O.
Yeah, as far as what she said, I'm gonna let the transgender person on the panel address that because I'm not transgender and that's not really my place. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Oh, I do have a question. About what she said though. Do y'all think that transgender people should have to disclose that information? Because I've seen arguments on both sides. And transgender people.
Oh no. Wait, I'm gonna let you finish.
Transgender people that I've seen online be like, you know, that they identify as a woman and like they feel like they shouldn't have to disclose that information. So I'm just wondering how the transgender person Rose feels about it because you know it's her experience. I want to know.
Right.
So all right, I'm gonna shut up now.
What I will say is it is a thing of it's like that's
See you, Dolly.
what's the word that's your choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice not to say it and not, but I know some males, they're cool with it, and some males they wouldn't be cool with it. That's what I'm, was saying. I should have said that like in the beginning. So, but yeah.
And Rose, before I go to Rose and Debbie, hey, listen, audience, this show is for you guys too. So let's get y'all involved. If you would like to ask questions about this topic right here, the bullet point that we're on right now, please put a 1 in the chat. I know I see Dollface. You have something that you would like to say. But if you have something that you would like to say, and I will call on you as you put your ones up. So Dollface, I'm gonna start with you. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, so I want to respond to the Curious Cat question that was just asked. I'm going to repeat the question because I do see some people that are kind of just joining us. So hello and welcome to Mo Late Nights. We're happy to have you. The question was, why are trans people always playing the victim when we accidentally mistaken a pronoun? My response to that is they're not playing the victim. They're not a victim of anything. I'm going to use this example because this was a viral video, and I'm sure that everybody here, if you've never seen the video, you can Google it. There was very clearly a very obvious trans woman standing in a GameStop, and the GameStop employee kept calling her sir. You can very visibly see that this person identifies as female, right? You can see by the way this person dressed, the long hair, they presented as female. So that person, because she had a deeper voice, which some of our panel members have mentioned, because she may not have started her hormone therapy or whatever the case may be there, this gentleman behind the counter proceeded to continuously call her sir. So in the video, you see this woman explode and she bangs on the counter and she's like, it's ma'am, ma'am. And everybody thought that video was hilarious. And let me tell you why the video is not hilarious for me. And I know it's a little long-winded. I promise I'm getting to a point here. It's not hilarious because he is not blind. He can see that she is female presenting. And this made me furious at the time. He could see that she is female presenting. And if he wasn't sure, and I say this to the person who asked that question, if you are unsure, instead of picking one for yourself and going, okay, sir or ma'am, how hard is it for you? I'm going to flip it on you, curious cat question person. How hard is it for you to say, I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? What do you prefer?
Right.
I even do that in Second Life. I'll say to somebody, because, you know, that person may, like they said, have a female presenting avatar, a more quote unquote deeper masculine voice. I will instantly say, I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? And if you tell me, oh, whatever you want, you can ask Lily. You know, Lily is my sub. I will say, no, it's not whatever I want. What are your pronouns? What do you prefer? So I still don't think that they're being playing the victim. Like I said, bringing it back to that video, that woman is standing there, female presenting in front of this man, and he kept saying, okay, sir, sir, sir. They weren't on the phone. He could physically see her, but he chose to just be disrespectful because he wanted to be disrespectful. I don't think that they're playing the victim, because we as a society, how hard is it for us to just say or just ask, what are your pronouns? So that's what I wanted to say in response to that particular question. If you guys would like to submit a Curious Cat question, we do have some more questions, Momo, whenever you're ready. Here is that link, you guys. And if you're submitting joking questions, like the person who asked, or who just said, I just farted. Come on now, be grown, Dolly, okay?
Dolly, can you shout it? Shout it again.
How do you shout
Control,
it? I'm in
Hold
ears.
control. Yeah, hold control. When you
hold control and then paste it.
Paste it and then hold control.
Oh, wait.
I mean, like, you know.
Grab been here how many years?
Cam got it.
Okay, thank you. All right, you guys, if y'all want to ask your questions, please go ahead and ask your questions. And if you're going to just put stuff in there, like this person said, I just farted, please don't waste my time. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Perfect. I think Perfect had a one up next. Perfect. What is your question or comment on this topic right here? Are you still? Is Perfect still here? I thought I just saw them. If I said your name right, I hope I said it right. Okay, Perfect's not there. Okay, so I'm gonna take it over to Rose. Miss Rose. Oh, she left the region.
All right, I'm here. So, okay. Thank you, Ms. Dollface, for answering that so eloquently. That's basically
Thank you so much.
I feel the exact same way. Like, the question, if we're going to have a discussion, can it not be antagonistic? Like, if you really want to understand, then let's try to understand people. I feel like, especially in Second Life, if no one shows you a BTA, if no one gets on mic, and even if they do get on mic, there are cisgender females that have voices that are deeper than mine. Like, let's just be that. I feel like you should ask first and foremost. Like, if you don't know, just ask. But you don't have any rhyme or reason. Even I've seen arguments with people. That is the default. If they have a female avatar, then they automatically go, "Oh, you really a man." Like, it's just a read, just because it's a read. Now, in terms of like the disclosure part of the question, I feel like I don't owe anybody anything on Second Life. I don't owe anybody explanation. I don't owe anybody anything. So if I choose to tell you my tea, it's only for you to know that, right? So if you find out and you feel some kind of way, then honestly and truthfully, that's on you. I will say that any guys that I deal with, I do disclose up right, because I don't have time for the drama. But just random Joe Blow people in the plug, I don't owe y'all nothing. I don't have to tell you anything. So that's just let people live and respect people, and you won't have any problems.
Right, right. Well, thank you so much, Rose. I really appreciate that. Bay Crash, she gonna be logging back in just a second, so we're gonna get her situated. Okay, I see Perfect is back here. Perfect. I see you put a one in chat earlier. Did you have a question that you wanted to ask the panel or anybody before I move on to commercial break? Or if I have anybody else that have anything that they would like to say? Trying to give her a few minutes to log in. Okay. No, perfect. Okay. Let me see what Blaze said. Blaze said there are those who just feel strongly about not recognizing opposite gender pronouns. In the case, I would say use their name. That's true. Yeah, I mean it's all a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, and I try to be, like I said, I try to be respectful as much as I can. I try not to disrespect anybody. So I always apologize if I've ever said anything or done anything that might have offended anybody. But I try to be grammatically correct if I'm saying that correctly or the right way. But I always try to be, try to respect everybody. And it's all, like it's not that hard to recognize. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, just don't be disrespectful. And I think people just use that as a tool to just like push buttons or see how far they could go and antagonize people. I don't understand why they do that. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. You have something you want to say, Rose?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Okay. To add to the statement that Miss Jim made, in terms of like initiating arguments, I wanted to ask, when you said that, is it like, do you see the girls like coming for, I guess, straight men just on the sake of just coming for them because they like them, or is it? Because I feel like when it comes to Abby's on Estelle, we have to distinguish: is this actually a trans person, or is it really a gay boy on the girl Abby?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So when it well, I would say that I've met some of the trans people on this game in real life and seen some stuff that I just really did not want to like experience or see. So I know SL in real life is really different, but it is some, like trans that do not do it, and it's some that do it. I was just speaking on the people that do it, because I know like all of you can't really put all of the good ones to suffer with the bad ones. So I was mainly talking about the ones that actually do it, not the ones that don't do it.
All right. Now, before I move on to the commercial break, I want to check with you guys. We got 3 minutes before we're going to take our commercial break. But I wanted to check in with Dollface and see if there is any more quick questions that we can answer from the Curious Cat real quick.
Absolutely. We do have a couple more here. Let me pick one that's going to... this is related to where we left off. What if you ask for pronouns and they take offense to it? Happened to me in real life. I've asked for pronouns and they got upset.
I've experienced that before. When I worked at Office Depot, I experienced that. It was a young lady. She was a man. And she was with her girlfriend, and you could clearly see, I could clearly see that she had breasts, but she presented herself as a man. And I said, and a lot of things, like I was talking to my friends about this, I was like, you guys are cool, you know what I'm saying? Or you guys are funny. And by me saying that, she got offended, and she was like, well, why you just gonna say you guys? And I'm like,
well,
it's like I wasn't trying to say.
I can understand that, Momo, because you're othering them in that statement. You are classifying them. You are othering that person. So it is all about how you ask too. So if you would have said to that person, "I'm sorry, what are your pronouns?" If you go, "Hey, I just want to make sure that I'm being respectful. What are your pronouns?" But as soon as you said, just like we black people, if a white person say to us like, you people, instantly we feel othered. We
Right.
feel othered, diminished, right? Smaller, like insignificant, right?
Mhm.
So in that moment, you did trigger her. And that's something that we as, I'm queer. I'm part of the LGBTQ. But for you as not a homosexual, I'm sorry, you were very heterosexual, my bad. But you as a
It's okay.
heterosexual person, you know what I mean? You might not have saw that or felt that in that way. But, you do have to be conscious of how you word it. Just like, with the N word and with them calling us you people too.
Right.
Mhm.
Jim, how do you feel about this question?
Oh, let's start with Rose, honey.
Okay, Rose, how do you feel about this question?
Can you ask the question again just for clarification?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So this was in response to the question that we had earlier. It says, what if you ask for the pronouns and they take offense to being asked? It happened to this person in real life. They've asked for pronouns, and then the person they asked got upset.
I feel like just handle it gracefully. I can't tell you how to respond to someone's response to you.
Mhm.
But if people get offended for different things. I mean, my question to the person who asked the question, like, was this person presenting in an obvious manner, or
Mhm.
do you feel they were being ambiguous? Because I feel like when someone is trans and they're presenting on either end of the spectrum,
Mhm.
like even if you
But when they're
know
in
they're
between
trans,
androgynous, yeah, then you may.
you may not know, right? And I feel like
Mhm.
even when some people are androgynous, like I don't know, I feel like those people don't get offended when you ask them questions like that. I feel like
Right.
those people they would rather you ask them than you assume.
Can I
So
ask a quick question
I
to
think
piggyback on top of this, if that's okay? Do you feel, because I feel like this might be, I kind of experienced it, and I just want your opinion. Do you feel like the trans people who get offended when asked their pronouns, could it possibly be that they are quote unquote at the end of their transition, and then like say if this is a male to female transition, right, and somebody goes, hey, what are your pronouns, but she is now like, I'm full fish, like I'm serving fresh tilapia, you know what I'm saying, I'm serving fresh tilapia, how dare you clock me? Like, do you feel like they maybe get offended because they feel like you just clocked them, and they're done transitioning, like they feel like they serving full fish, and now you out here asking them their pronouns? Like, could that maybe be part of it too? What do you think?
I think that could be a possibility. I think that's a very real possibility. But I will say too, my fellow trans people, if we want to normalize things like asking pronouns before assuming, then we gotta be comfortable with people asking us those questions.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's if we just make it a normal thing when you meet somebody, instead of assuming, hey, you're this, hey, you're that, just ask. And if everybody's asking everybody, then it won't be that much of an issue. But I feel like sometimes if you, like you mentioned earlier, Dollface, if someone feels singled out, then like you going down the line and you come to this person and you're like, okay, what are you? That can kind of rub somebody the wrong way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm. Gigi, you got something you would like to add to this?
I'm really just listening because I'm not trans, but I do know like there are people who like, for example, I have a friend that's a guy. Well, he identifies as a male, but he's like, what's the word they use? Gender fluid. So some days he feels like a she apparently, and he wears makeup, and so on those days we call him she. He lets us know. Most of the times he's a he, then he's a they. But my point is, with her, with him, with they, because he identifies as all three. I think that kind of person, you do have to just ask, like, what are you
Mhm.
today? Because they are gender fluid, and one day he feels like a boy, and the next day he feels like a girl. So, and I know that can be confusing to a lot of people, So, yeah, of course, I think it's okay to ask. And if someone gets offended because you ask, that's not. I wouldn't take it. It's not your fault. I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just like maybe it's the way you asked, maybe it's the way they perceived it. Sometimes people have their defense walls up so soon. Like,
Right.
you know, my whole life I've been asked, the first time a black person meets me, are you gay? Or that's the first question they ask me. And I'd be like, bitch, it's none of your business. But yeah, you know? So yeah, I mean, you know, it's just everyone's
That's great.
different,
That's
you know.
great.
Everyone's different. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I want to ask Miss Gigi. Someone was in the chat earlier talking about trans femme people, trans femme people, and that could be potentially what a lot of males on female avatars are. Do you feel like that is, or any other panelists, anybody, audience, I don't know. Do you feel like that's what a lot of quote unquote gay boys on female avatars are on SL, or are they really just like the majority gay boys that just like fashion and shit?
I think it depends, because, like, I know,
Yeah.
well, if I'm gonna be honest with you, this gonna sound really messed up. I don't have a lot of gay friends on Second Life, but and that's not by choice. It's just because it's just I hang out with a lot of straight girls, you know, but and a lot of guys. But the point is, for me in particular, right? You see, my male avatar is in the audience. His name is Roman. He right there. Hey, Roman. I like fashion, so I switch accounts all day long, depending on what I feel like doing. Today, I feel like dressing up a Barbie doll, not a Ken doll, so I'm with my girl avatar. But I'm definitely not anywhere on the transgender spectrum because I don't identify as that. And I know most guys that I used to like play IMVU with back in the day, they were the same way. But then you do have some people who are, you know, like they feel more feminine and they feel more comfortable in a female avatar. So I think it just depends on the person, you know.
Yeah. To answer your question, Miss Rose, for me, well, half of the people that's in the audience knows this and Momo knows this. A child in real life, and I said this like last time, baby, I am Johnny. I am a butch queen, a verse butch queen that go out and do my thing. On Second Life, I am Jim. I am the the baddest bitch walking, the feminine Jim that's gonna be walking and saying hey, but still respectable to the straight men that is in the audience and things like that too. That's one thing you can't say about Jim. I respect them and stuff like that too. But honestly, for me, I would go based off of what Gigi said. Honestly, when I got on Second Life, like, child, I was gay, baby. I wanted me a female, baby. I wanted a wig, a cute little dress, some heels. But like in real life, I don't act like this because my thing is like this is Second Life. This is a game, so you could be who you want to be. So my thing is, it's like in real life, I'm going to be who I, you know, was blessed to be, which is a boy, in which whatever you feel like you are blessed to be, you know, you are blessed to be that, female or male. But I do consider myself. I can't say that I am a little. I am pansexual. Actually, I have dated multiple trans people before, but for me, I will say I'm a little gender fluid as well because on the game, you know, love. I want to be in the Prada, the skinny tight, you know, merch shoes and heels and things like that too. But in real life, I'm the nigga that wearing, you know, this and that, this and that. So my thing is like when you meet me in real life, you're going to get a different perspective. Now, when you meet me in real life, nigga, don't call me no goddamn Jim. Call me Johnny. And on here, call me Jim. So you know, I can see what you know. So yeah,
right.
I feel like you know that.
Well, I want to thank my panelists for answering these questions. Now, before we go back to the audience and do everything like that, it is commercial time. So, if you guys would do me the kind favor, if you would pan off to this left, my right side, your left side of the stage, and see these lovely, lovely textures that are placed into the ad space. And I want y'all to listen up. So, check it out. When was the last time you did something for the first time on the grid? Any new adventures or sims? Has SL become repetitive to you? Well, look no further. Let's scratch something off your bucket list. Hi, my name is Kovu and I'm experienced pilot. I will be hosting a free demo class on how to fly on SL. We will tackle through a wide range of aircraft such as single propeller to business jets, helicopters that come piston and turbine powered. Prior to you to I cannot read. Excuse me, y'all. Give me a second. My tongue is tied up. Prior to taking your first official class, I will make a personalized curriculum for you based off the depth in which you like to learn. And this is not military training or any aerobatics. I believe that's the word. This is for casual, leisure, and travel. I will also come with you at no cost and help you pick out any aircrafts, help you install modifications, and personalize your aircraft. Classes will be tip-based and available in English and Spanish. Let's take care of you in flight school. That is from my good friend Kovu. He has his own personal flight school. So I'm going to be passing you guys, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, okay. I will be passing you guys this note card. I got another note card in the midst of saying that, so it kind of messed me up. But I'm going to be passing you guys that. So that is that first flyer that you see above there. And let me go ahead and share that with everyone here so that you guys can have it. And let me tell you, I've experienced one of these flights, and it was amazing. We went to mainland. He took us to his little the little hangar with all the aircrafts in it, and we got into it, and we flew across, I think, 5 SL sims on mainland, and went to a ski lodge, and it was very, very fun. You guys, if you are bored and don't have nothing to do, please hit him up. Please hit him up and enjoy that.
And I
Next,
would like to chime in. Oh,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, but go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for being here. We at Cracking Up Entertainment truly appreciate all of you. Right next to our lovely panel guest, Miss Rose, is a tip jar. Yes, it is, for Mo Late Nights. You can tip a little bit or a lot of bit. All of that contribution helps us to put on this production for you guys week after week. We are here with Mo Late Nights on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today was the exception to accommodate Miss Dream, our panel guest. But our normal show schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. SLT. Again, we truly, truly appreciate your tips, you guys. And make sure you support the plug as well. Right across the street from us over there is the Plug store. Crazily enough, a lot of people don't notice that there is a store over there, and we sell virtual drugs. Yes, that's right, interactive drugs. We got all that good stuff for you. If you don't want to buy any virtual drugs, there is Plug tip jars located throughout the sim. So just make sure you show your love to the sim, you guys. We really, truly appreciate Rel for having us here at the Plug. And we appreciate you guys as the audience as well. We truly, truly do.
Thank you so much, Doll, for that. I believe Miss Jim says she would like to share something that she's got going on. Go ahead, Jim. It's on you.
Hey everybody, it's the one and only Jim. So I have been working on this ever since November. So I'm finally happy to go on ahead and announce this. Your girl is having her own show. Yes, she's having her own show that's happening in March. It's called The Circle. If you don't know what The Circle is, it's from Netflix, but we're bringing it to Second Life. The thing is, what we will be doing is we're going to do it SL based. So you could be who you want to be, or you can just be yourself. That's your choice. But the goal is you have to go on ahead and try your best to make sure that you do not get blocked from the circle chats. If you get blocked from the circle chat, then you will not have no luck in the 50K Ls. That is the grand prize that we'll be going ahead and sent to whoever will be winning. So in February, everything will be going out as well. And if you go to my Instagram, which if y'all ask me for my Instagram, I will let you know. I'm not going to put it in real life because I don't want nobody saying, oh, I'm trying to promote nothing. But it's called The Circle for SL. You can be who you want to be. You can be yourself. But the thing is, you really have to use your strategies to actually think people will know that it's yourself. Mind you, they won't know you in world. They won't know you off of the game. It's only going to happen in the circle chat. And that's the only way you guys will be corresponding with each other. So if y'all know how to, use your strategies as a catfish or use your strategies as a real life person, go on ahead and use it and win that 50K Ls. More information coming in February. See y'all soon.
That's what's up. Let me find out. I need to sign up. I'll be watching that show. I think I'm good at it.
Right. I kind of like The Circle. I'm like, ooh, I'm
The
down.
Circle was
I'm
good.
down.
Hey guys, while we're out here talking about these commercials, please be aware that we are dropping the links for our survey and our Curious Cat. Please take the time to fill that out. It's just a little Google Doc. Just click on it, fill out the questions, and save it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Nothing more, nothing less. But please, you put a question in the Curious Cat. Okay, cool. Also, I just sent out another note card for
Yeah,
Bento.
we got a lot of Curious Cat.
For Bento. January round is officially open. A fantastic month awaits you. Spectacular group gift and different giveaways every week. It's got some textures in there for you guys. And our fantastic designers offer you mesh bodies, mesh heads, skins, objects for your home, animation overrides, and more. Clothes, makeup, tattoos, accessory, poses, dances, and much more. All original. All designers' products are screened before taking place in the Bento event. Our event is an invitation based, but we do provide a link for an application for those who are interested in becoming a part of the Bento family. So you guys check that out. That is a Bento is a what's the word? What's the event going here? I couldn't think of the word. There's an event going on here on Second Life on the grid. It has the taxi down at the very bottom, and it also shows some of their sponsors that they have. And there's also a shopping guide online that you can go and check out and see some of the things that they're going to have. And they even got a Facebook group. So please check that out. It is a very informative note card for you guys. And that is the Bento event, everyone. The Bento event. So please check that out. The next one that I'm going to be sharing is somebody that I've seen here at the plug very recently. She comes here very often. But it's for Bad Bunny. BB. Check them out. Bad Bunny is a pose store. She does couple poses, female poses, packs, male packs, male pose packs, and some poses are PG and some are X-rated. That's right, X-rated poses. So if you're looking for some good poses, please check out Bad Bunny. She has a marketplace and a main store. So please check that out. That is there in that note card that I'm about to send out to you guys right now. But it is called Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. So there is that last note card for you guys. So please enjoy that. Check those out. And that is our commercials for right now. I will be reminding you guys about them later on in the show. But for now, we're going to get back to the crowd. So let's go ahead and take it upon ourselves to go out and check what those Curious Cat people have to say before we get to our next couple of bullet points.
Hello. All right, y'all. I've got quite a few of you guys in the Curious Cat. I'm loving that we're getting a lot of responses with this topic tonight. So let me go ahead and scroll down because we've got 8 questions here. This one, I think this can just be a one-word answer, but I do want to throw it out there because they ask. I am a straight woman, but I love gay porn, like men on men. I can't get off without it. Is there something wrong with me? I am more than happy to answer this really quickly. No, you're not, because I like gay porn too, and the thing about it for me is I'm a queer woman. I don't care what you have between your legs, but to me, hey, it's penis on penis. It's more penises to see. So personally, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with you. If anybody want to answer that really quickly, we can move on to another Curious Cat question.
A friend of mine, she told me she was addicted to gay porn, and I asked her why, and she used the same thing that you said. She said it was more dicks to look at. So, I mean, hey, everybody is into their own thing. There's people out there that like feet, but that's just me. But anyway, Miss Gigi, is there something wrong with that person because they like gay porn?
That's a good one.
No, I mean, you like what you like.
Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right,
no,
next
it's
question.
not that I like feet.
This one's a good one.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had to go get my good little wine.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like, it's 2022. A lot of people, have a plethora of different types of fetishes. I feel like that's not nothing bad,
Right.
Because I feel like it is some straight men that will have a threesome with, a gay guy and a straight, and his girlfriend, because it's happened before with me. So
Lord.
I feel so, so I feel like, love, baby, it's 2022. You gotta experience something, child. No shade, but it is what it is. But a lot of people, have different type of fetishes, child. But it's a
Miss
good
Rose,
fetish.
Miss Rose,
All
Miss
right.
Gigi, do you feel like there's something wrong with this person for the straight female to like gay porn?
I don't think there's anything wrong. I love the homosexuals, just not in a gay way.
Okay.
I know that's right. Okay. Miss Gigi, do you have anything? Well, I think you already asked. Miss Debbie Cakes. Now that you're back from crashing and stuff and getting your computer straight, do you have anything to say about this?
I lied. I did run to somewhere, but I'm back. But no, I don't feel like there's anything wrong. Everybody has. I don't even say that's a fetish. Like everybody just has their kinks. Like it's a kink. It's not even a fetish. There's nothing wrong with you. Everybody has their kinks. You're fine.
The question is, do
Don't-
you like that, Debbie?
Do I? I mean, like I said, I like what I like. So there's no limit to where I'd go, but I'm just, I'm an open book. Open eyes.
All right.
All right, Ms. Doll, let's read that next curious cat question.
All right, I think this one is a good one. This is a good one, and I would love to answer this one as well. So I'm going to chime in and be the first one to answer it. This question is, are bisexuals those who have not fully come out as gay or lesbian? My response, while our lovely panel kind of, gathers their answer, is no. I never fully understood why people feel like people can't just be bisexual or queer. Like for me, I identify as bisexual or queer because it doesn't matter to me whether you're trans or, cisgendered or whatever. No. I mean, if you're bisexual, you're simply bisexual. You like men and you like women. Like you don't have to lean towards one or the other. Like why do you want to put that person in one box? That's my response to that curious question.
Can I add? Oh,
go
you want to
ahead.
go, Gigi?
Oh yeah, it's burning me. It's burning me, child.
Me too, but go ahead.
This was a good one. I want to read it one more time. Can I read
Go
it one more
ahead.
time? Because I did answer it. So let me read the question one more time. The question was, are bisexuals those who have not fully come out as gay or lesbian?
Okay, so hot take, no, that's not the fucking case. Bisexual means bisexual. It means I like boys and girls. So the reason why it makes me hot is because, I am a bisexual man. And I have been pushed into a gay corner my whole life because, especially with black women, they don't want nothing to do with a bisexual man. And the shade is, and no offense to my straight brothers, but the shade is, I probably would treat her 1,000 times better than the average straight guy because
Oh my God.
I know what it's like to be played by a player. You know what I mean? Like, I am not a cheater. I'm very loyal. I'm sweet. Yes, obviously have a feminine side, and I said not all straight men. So it's not a generalization. I literally said that, not all straight men. So, but there are some straight men who are dogs. There are obviously good straight men too. But I'm saying, me particularly, I've been pushed into a corner, forced to choose men most of the time because most women are afraid, at least in my experience, most women have been afraid to deal with the bisexual man. And the answer I always get is, oh, well, what if you cheat on me with a man? I'm like, so I can cheat on you with a woman, but not a man? Like, what? It confuses me because, like, cheating is cheating regardless. And if I'm with you, I'm not going to cheat either way. Like, that's just not in my nature. Like, I can barely deal with one person, let alone two. Like, I like to be alone most of the time. So, I don't know. I think it's a very ignorant take for people to think that, oh, they just saying bi because they don't want to be gay, or they just saying bi because they don't want to be a lesbian. And I think that's so silly because, like, no, if I'm gay, I'm just I'm gonna hop right out the frying pan into the fire. Like, why would I go halfway? Like, I like what I like. I like both. Like, I'll be honest, I do lean more towards men these days because it's just easier for me. Like, I haven't met any women in real life, that are open to bisexual men. Now, if I ever meet one that is, and then that's a different story. But we haven't gotten there yet. I'm only 25, so you know, and I live in Japan, so it's kind of weird out here in these streets.
Oh.
But anyway, that's just my take on it. I think people need to stop being so closed-minded and realize that. And another thing, before I shut up, women are allowed to be bisexual. People have no problem with women being bisexual, especially straight men. Means that they think that it means that it's time for a threesome with another girl, but gay men, bisexual men are not extended that same. We're not giving that same grace. You know, bisexual women are hyped up in the media. They're like, we love a threesome with two girls, but don't let me talk about a threesome with two boys. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. You know, so I think people really need to change that, because like it's not fair. She gets to be bisexual, but I can't be. Like, what's up with that? I gotta be gay just because I like dick.
I'm about to make Gigi my third bestie, y'all. I swear to God.
Okay,
I'm so glad Gigi did go before me, because it's tying right into what I was about to say.
Okay.
In college, I did have a bestie. He basically put himself as being gay, but he has a baby mama. He has a child. And it was so crazy because, like, oh God, I'm so glad you went before me, because we were at a club one night. We would go to the gay clubs, and I love the gay clubs. Like, they are freaking fun. Sorry, not getting winded, as Dolly says, but it was one night we were getting out. We went to this, I think it was White Castle afterwards, and I'm gonna get to the point, but we were at White Castle, and he finally just like let all his undivided love out to me. And he was just like, I like men, but I would clearly, and this is an adult sim, so yes, I'm going to say it. He said, I'd fuck the shit out of you. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? And he was just like, but you're my best friend. Like, I love you. And I was just like, like, it kind of threw me off. And so I asked him, I was like, well, okay, I did ask. So I was like, are you bi? Because he has a baby mama. These are the questions that you should be able to be okay with asking, right? So yeah, he was just like, I mean, I prefer men. He's like, but I do like it, basically just exactly what Gigi said. And it's crazy because I'm just like, damn. And me being a female, kind of based on what Gigi said, it was okay. Like, I know that was like an eyebrow raiser to Momo when he first heard. He's like, what? You like girls too? Like, it's just like, okay. But not in everything that I say does not go based on what Momo goes by in his lifestyle. Okay. I like females and I like men, and that's not saying that he would be okay with fucking a man too. Okay. Everybody making that clear. Okay. It's my sexuality. It's not his sexuality. He likes females. Okay. I like what I like, and that's how I lived my life. And so, based on what we started off with this, with people, jumping to assumptions and things. But that's my thing. Like, I don't feel like being bisexual is, it's really kind of a question thing on what you really prefer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to really explain being bisexual, because at first when I did come out, I was like, well, maybe I am bisexual. I'm not even going to lie. I did think about it, but then I was like, no, because I like people for who they are. Like, like I like the inside. I don't care about the outside. And I know you guys have heard the story about my ex-girlfriend. I didn't care about her catfishing me on being a man. Like, I loved who that person was. And that really opened my eyes as to, I don't put a preference on my sexuality. I like the inside of the person. And I know I'm opening up some eyes to people in and I don't even say pansexual either. It's really more broader than pansexual, honestly, to me, in my eyes. Just answering a question in the local. But Jim, Rose, if y'all want to take this.
First, I do want to say, I love my bisexual males and females. Y'all have the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana, honey. I
laughed and my mic was off. I'm sorry.
I do want to go off of what Gigi said. Honestly, it's a little fucked up because my thing is like it's a thing of it's like, oh, y'all see two bad bitches kissing and licking the fucking clit and shit like that. It's perfectly fine. But when two males do it, it's all this, oh shit, get the fuck up out of here, get the fuck up out of here. What the fuck? It don't have anything to do with you, so why the fuck is you worried about it? That's one. Two, honestly, I feel like and when I was like finding myself, I would say, and to me right now, I still mess around with females in real life. I messed around with one female messed around with like two people on Second Life, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all up in the goddamn fucking audience, I would date y'all because half of the niggas that y'all fuck with on this goddamn fucking what's the shit called
Be
Second
trash.
Life? It be trash as hell. Y'all be fucking around with these fucking red flags, and y'all got a motherfucking nigga that can do both motherfucking genders and still do it correctly and better
They
than
a lot
half
of
of y'all
fucking bitches
goddamn
in the
niggas.
back.
That's one. But to answer the question, honestly, I feel like there is no problem with it. But for me, I would say what changed my perspective of a bisexual person that I used to be is when I dated a trans man. That's what really made me like, okay, I'm into, like trans and stuff. But I feel like it's no problem with being bisexual. I feel like, you just, like I said, just have best of both worlds. Love, you can like whoever you want to like. Love, I could just only like somebody for their personality, not even for sex. And it's a thing of it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this and that. Like, come on now. Like, let's not deep up into it about, oh, okay, yeah, the statistics of, oh, you gay. Because I've had to deal with it just like Gigi said when I was in high school. Oh, I used to say I'm bi, and this thing was like, oh, nigga, you gay. Boy, just say you gay. Like, they don't mean that, love. It don't mean that, bitch. And half of the time, bitch, baby, the gay ones be the ones that be having the girls on their side, and y'all straight niggas be the ones that be asking the gay nigga to help y'all try and get the bitch, and the bitch don't even want your fucking ass.
Oof.
Hell. Now let's speak on that. But
Get in
yeah,
your bag, ain't you, Jim? You all right?
Oh, I got one more thing to say. Go
ahead.
Just
Go
one
ahead.
more thing, 'cause I feel like straight men and straight women getting a lot of flack, but also I want to go ahead and put it out there that there is and recently, in my experience, I've had issues with gay men getting upset that I'm bisexual as well.
Who tell you?
I'm like, why are you so mad? And it's the same fucking thing. Oh, you might cheat on me with a woman. Oh, you might leave me for a woman. You might decide that you don't want to be gay anymore. I'm like, bitch, I never was gay. I'm bisexual.
Ugh, you like fish? Girl, move.
Done.
Damn.
Like, are you slow? Like I just said, I'm bisexual, but it's the same thing. So I feel like I think it's not even just about sexuality. I think it's about humanity, and humans have a fear of being like left in general. Like women think you're gonna lead them for a man, and men think you're gonna lead them for women, and I'm gonna lead them for myself in the end because they get on my nerves. But that's all I gotta say.
Okay, Bella, you got something you want
and stop being insecure. Like, come on now, baby. They know we're home, man. They ain't gonna leave you, baby. Hell.
So we just have a
Okay.
question from the YouTube that I just wanted to read. I thought it was actually pretty interesting, and I would love to hear the panel's take on it. So Panther said, do you believe homosexuality is more of a biological factor or environmental?
Oh, girl.
That's deep.
Can we jump to Rose? Because she did put a 1 in the local, babe.
Yeah. Rose, did you have something that you want to say?
Yeah, back to the previous question. I think you should let bisexuals live. I am gonna be one of those trans people though. I'm a heterosexual, transsexual. I don't date men that identify as bi generally. However, I'm aware that if a man dates me, the outside world might see him as bi. I don't think that's fair, but that's just what it is. I don't know. Feel how you want to feel about that.
So taking it to Miss Gigi, how do you feel about the question from?
Can she read it again?
Yeah, read that question again for us, Bella. Or would you like for me to read it? Because I got it up. But Okay, I'll read it. Panther said, "Do you believe homosexuality is more of a biological factor or is it more environmental?"
Child, science has been talking about this shit for too long for y'all. It's been proven that it's genetic. Like, it's a fucking thing in the brain. Like, I don't know all the research because I'm not a scientist, but you can believe what you want to believe. But scientists have proven it can also be environmental factors that play into it. But I believe that in my case, because let me tell you, I think I find it quite ironic that on my mom's side, my uncle gay, two of her aunties gay, a cousin gay. Like, we all just end up liking we all up being a part of the community, and ain't none of us had no rapes and nothing in our family. Nothing stimulate. I've never been raped in my life, thank God. And because people love to say that rape is what causes someone to become gay.
Okay,
No,
girl.
I've been liking men and women since I could see. In kindergarten, I had a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Like, come on now, don't play with me. So no, I don't think that it's always environmental, and I don't think it's always genetic. I think that it can be either one. I also feel like there are some people, and this might be controversial, child, but this is how I feel. I feel like there are some people in this world who just be gay just for the hell of it. They just want to do something. And
Yes.
I think that those people do exist, but I don't think that's the majority of people, because no one is going to wake up and choose this lifestyle. Being trans, being gay, being bisexual, being anything other than cisgender straight is not a lifestyle that you would choose, because it's a harder lifestyle. No one chooses a harder lifestyle at all.
Okay.
I feel like it's just like food, you know? Like, you like what you like. Like, it's what you are put in front of you. Like, hell, if once I started seeing girls blossoming in school, like, oh, she got some big ass titties or she got a fat ass, like, I'm not gonna hold back. I've never been the type to hold back. I've always been blunt. So it's like, I agree with Gigi. Like, it can be environmental because, like I said earlier, you could have two gay parents and not be gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what you choose, honestly. And it can be genetic as well, because I say that also because after I came out to my parents, after I said I had a girlfriend, my mom was like, yeah, back in high school, you know, I did do some like lesbian things. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
Just kind of like, when were you ever going to tell me this? Like, here I'm thinking I'm about to be like disowned and everything if I came out. And everybody was so supportive, but, you know, that's not always the case. So it's like, you know, it can be genetic, it can be environmental. It just depends. You just never know. I think Dolly had a one in local, though.
And speaking, before I go to that, speaking of the YouTube, everybody, if you guys haven't, please like and subscribe. Okay? Please like and subscribe. We got a YouTube family out there. If you guys are curious about SL and wanting to know more information, please hit us up. We'll be gladly to help you guys out. But for those here in SL, if you could go to the YouTube and drop a like and subscribe for me, please. It'd be great. But I believe somebody had a question out there on this topic out there in the audience. If you would like to go ahead and speak up.
Oh, hold on.
I'm gonna get to you, Jim. I ain't forgot about
you. Okay. I was about to say, don't forget me and dog.
Yeah, I ain't forgot y'all.
Okay. I just wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit. Kind of a response to what Gigi said in pertaining to the question. I will admit I get a little bit triggered when I hear people call anything other than heterosexuality a lifestyle. To me, a lifestyle is choosing to be a vegetarian. A lifestyle to me is something that you choose. My lifestyle is I choose to live in a tiny home. I don't think anybody chooses to be gay, you know. I don't necessarily think that it's environmental. I think as you develop, you know, because when you get to be like 5 or 6 years old, you remember being in kindergarten, you'd be like, oh, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend, you know, and once you start to develop your sexual hormones, you know, and you, like Debbie said, you going through middle school, high school, and you like, oh damn, she got a fat ass, or oh damn, he look good, you know what I'm saying? That's when your body starts to tell you, hey, that I like that, and you get the tingly sensations and all of the in between me down there, right? So to me, that's not a choice. You know, that's not a choice. That's not a lifestyle. Like,
Right.
That's just who you are. Me being black is not a lifestyle. I'm black. So me being
Amen.
gay, bisexual, trans, whatever, that's not a lifestyle. Just my personal opinion. It's just who I am. You know what I mean? So that was just my response to that. I just
Can I
kinda
argue
wanted to challenge
right
the thought
quick?
process on that.
Wait, let me respond.
Yeah.
Let me respond real quick.
Me and Gigi be quick to respond.
Well, I didn't
Hold
know.
on.
I didn't
Hold
respond
on.
to her, so it's only fair. What
Yeah,
are your
you got it.
pronouns, Gigi? I'm sorry. What are your pronouns?
It can be he or her. It don't matter. I don't care. But
Okay.
I just want to clarify because I don't know if you heard me wrong, but I basically said exactly what you just said. But also, I did say that there are some people, some people, who deliberately they are not naturally gay. For example, I have a friend in real life who went through a whole phase where she chose to be a lesbian. Not because she liked girls naturally, but because she wanted to try some shit. She got, I'm tired of niggas, so I'm gonna go get me a girlfriend. Okay?
So she's just out here curious, is what you're saying, and she was just
exactly.
She was driven to quote unquote be a lesbian because she just got tired of men's mess.
Right.
I've seen that so many times.
Oh, me
Okay.
too.
Okay. Well,
That's what
you know
I'm
what?
hearing.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
I was about
Okay.
to tap on
Okay.
that as well.
So I just wanted to clarify because I don't want you to think that I think that way because I am a proponent for natural gayness. I know damn well I didn't wake up and choose to be gay. No, like we both said, nobody chooses this lifestyle because it's not easy. You got to be judged every day. It's always got somebody to say. People don't get you jobs, all kind of shit, you know?
Right.
Like nobody chooses this. So yes, I'm on the same page as you. I just wanted to clarify.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I wanted to tap on it before we go to Jim, and I know Akira is in local with the one also. I just wanted to say, I'm not knocking your opinion at all, Dolly. I love you. I'm just saying, like, based on what Gigi said, yes, like, I was in church with a girl, she had 4 kids, and she ended up just all of a sudden wanting to be gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, she all of a sudden just wanted to start dating females. And we all questioned it, like, huh? So that's where I kind of come in, where it's like, yeah, some people, they choose. They're choosy. They're very choosy. Or like these people who decide, quote unquote, to be married to a woman and they're really, like they really like other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be clear on what other things are because you never know what people like. But yeah, so it's like they chose to live that life, that lifestyle, I guess you could really say it like that, because they didn't choose to go the route that they naturally feel like going, Right. But that's the only reason why I wanted to tap on it. But yeah, I know Akira
And
said
before
one
you speak,
road.
Jim, I know you've been waiting, baby. Let me say,
And
please,
Jim.
real quick, Jim. You guys, the Curious Cat, I'm going to go ahead and close it for the night. I'm going to post the Curious Cat one more time, you guys, because we've got over 10 questions to get through. So I am going to close it tonight. If you want to get your question in, this is your absolute last opportunity, guys. Last opportunity. And we are going to close the Curious Cat for tonight, you guys. Thank y'all so much for being so involved. And thank you for asking your questions on the Curious Cat instead of harboring and hoarding that ignorance to your questions. And again, I'm using ignorance in its full definition, not as an insult, okay? Thank y'all for sharing and thank y'all for being a part of the conversation. We truly appreciate it. And that's what we aim to do, is open up the floor for discussion and conversation in a safe space where nobody's judged. So I appreciate you guys.
All right, Miss Jim, it's on you.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, going based off of what Gigi said in the beginning, I really feel like, well, I'm going to speak for me. I feel like I need to speak for me, especially in this topic, because this topic right here, it really tarnishes me, especially when I was little, because it has been a plethora of times that it has been, and I'm going to be brutally and really honest with y'all, because I know somebody said they want to hear my opinion on it. So, for me, one, I wasn't biologically, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm a queen. No, I chose, and my thing is, it's like, it has been beaten out of me so I can choose the right thing. But my thing is, it's like you can't beat something out that you like. That's one. You can't take something out of somebody's life and things like that because of
Out here trying
what
to
the
be
fuck.
delivered.
Right.
Okay, no.
So you can't do that. So for me, um, for me mainly, I was without a dad for like a long ass time. So I've been around females a long time. So baby, I was with my girl cousin, fucking around with Barbie dolls, brats, all of that, switching, all of that bullshit, and all of that. So my thing is, it's like that's what I was brought up around. So my thing is, it's like I'm going to, do that perspective. I'm going to do what, they do. My thing is like I didn't have no father figure to tell me, oh, okay, yeah, do this, do that, or a father figure to go play football and shit like that. So my thing is, it's like, I really didn't have that, to go and actually see, okay, what a female has or what a female looks like, or how to like love on a female. Cause baby, my first kiss was in kindergarten with a boy in the bathroom. No shade. So when I grew and actually like change, stuff like that, my thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, I had to teach myself about the definition of what this is or how to do this and do things like that. And that's when I going into the thing of like, oh, okay, well, I like this. I never tried trans before. Let me try this. Or I never tried a female before. Let me try this. Baby, I was drunk one good time in middle school, baby, and thank God, baby, I used a condom because I ain't know nothing about condoms, but I tried a condom and had sex with a female and I actually liked it. So my thing is, it's like, I'm just the type of person, like, I'm a free spirit. I like anything. So my thing is, it's like, but in the beginning, I just did not have the knowledge of knowing what I like or how to like teach myself how to do stuff, because my thing is like, I didn't have anybody teach me, but it's not biologically. Now, a lot of people will have different types of stories on how, they chose their, well, I wouldn't say choose, because some people they'll say biological, some people they'll say they chose. But for me, I'm going to say choose, because I had to, teach myself to actually, like, what did y'all say? Like some food, like, oh, I don't like this, or oh, I like this. I had to, like, taste test and see, what the fuck I like to actually see, like what, I want to, like be around. So.
Right.
Yeah, that would be for me. But I will say out there, any males or females that want to fuck around with Jim/Johnny, hit me up, girl.
Not Jim Johnny.
Right. All right, y'all.
Miss Rose.
Get
get them kids catch up. Let me go to Rose real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So my opinion on this particular topic, I want to say heterosexuality is compulsory. Like, I don't know for y'all, but for me growing up, I didn't see anything but heterosexual propaganda around me. So if it was environmental, I would not be trans, because that's not what I was shown. I was shown nothing but, like I said, heterosexual propaganda. I do think there are some instances where things are kind of learned, and maybe they need to be unlearned. But I think for the most part, people are who they are. And I feel like the choice is either you can be who you are truthfully, or you can hide that and you can just not engage with it. So yeah, I that's where I'm at with everything.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Anybody out there in the audience? I believe we have one after Miss Dollface that said they wanted to speak. I believe your name was. Let me see if I can scroll back up real quick. So much going. Kaya, yeah, I think Kaya or Starlight, Smile Starlight. Did you have anything that you wanted to add in? Or you were just putting the one up to agree? I don't know. Smiley, I think your name is. No?
I had a lot to say from the previous questions for
Okay.
the trans all the way to whatever, so I don't want to be long-winded.
Okay, go ahead. No, take your time. Go ahead.
But as far as the whole misgender thing, I used to put my pronouns into my profile. And wherever I used to go, of course, people are nosy. People click and whatever, which is no problem with me. And as I'm shopping at Cake Day or something, I would get, so you're a nigga. So I had to take that off because I was like, listen, just by shopping somewhere, I'm getting people coming up to me just being stupid, which makes it look like we're always the ones that, you know, playing the victim, or why we're always yelling, or, oh, mind you, we're getting stupidity every time we're out somewhere. I'm a trans woman with a child, for real. I'm a trans woman that doesn't date cis men. That's never was my cup of tea. I don't like them anymore. I don't know what happened. Something changed. I identify as lesbian. Coming into the lesbian community, I noticed that everything is more hateful, more harder, more judgmental, just because, you know, you already see me less of a woman. So trying to grab a stud or try to be feminine for another femme is hard. I don't fit in there. I don't fit in with the trans women just because I don't like men. So I'm already black sheep, you know, from everything. I'm all jumping around because I'm trying to get everything together that I had to say.
It's all right. It's all right.
Take your time, baby.
With the whole child situation, my son is going to be 4 February. And it's a blessing to sit there that I have unconditional love that I have never had in life from my own family, being that I've been homeless at 13, but, you know, being Jamaican and Trinidadian island people give you up really quick. So, you know, everybody has their own background, and I'm very open with my situation. My son is nowhere near gay. I look for it for myself because that's what's my main thing to be worried about. You know, being a trans male to female and having a son. And, you know, I get the question, are you going to tell him? Yes, I'm going to tell my son that I used to be his father. Yes, I'm going to tell him. Why not? At least he can respect me enough that, you know, I still had both my parents. I had my father in there, but this is my mother now because he calls me mom. He's nowhere near gay. He loves white women. I don't know why. No offense. He just loves white women.
Snow bunnies.
You know.
He like the snow bunnies.
Yes, for the Purdue chicken.
You know, no offense, but you know, he likes the white. If you're white or light skinned, I'm trying to get him used to dark skin, but right now he's stuck at the phase of light skin, and you know, whatever the case may be. And you know, he's nowhere near you know, he comes home, you know, Ma, there's a girl I want to talk to. Okay, yay. It's kind of weird for me to get that conversation because I didn't have no one to do that to. Mm-hmm. You know, so I will sit there and say for a fact, you know, yes, environmental can help. Yeah, people say being raped or molested and everything that comes into effect. I've been molested, but that's not the reason why I'm what I am. I've always felt like I was a woman. I used to wear heels at 2. You know, I used to sneak and put on my mom's stuff at a certain age. So I won't say, you know, that boosted me up. I just wanted to do it. That was my thing. I felt like that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
Back to the misgender thing again. I let people know what I am. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm very proud of who I am. I made it far enough. Not too many women look like me. I never had to work the streets. I went to school. I went to college. Got my PhD. Like, I did something with my life.
Hey, yeah, okay.
At the end of the day, you feel me? I think, you know, not everybody has to have that. Because you're handed a fucked up story doesn't mean that you have to make it a bittersweet ending.
Amen.
I came from shit. I can sit there and say that. I came from shit, eating out of garbage cans, I can sit there and say that because I didn't have nobody. Just to come to, I own my own house. I own the Mercedes outside my house. So, you know, like I came.
I know that's right.
With everything, and I work hard for everything that I got. So, you know, just to try to fit in as a trans woman on SL sucks. I don't have friends. It's hard to make friends because you don't know if they genuinely want to be there for you or to use you. You don't know if they really give a fuck about you personally when you tell a bitch your story, your backstory. You don't know. So at the end of the day, and from what I noticed from some of the trans women that's on this shit, I don't know how the hell y'all think that y'all are the shit when we all came from somewhere.
Ooh,
I don't understand how.
Oh, girl. Just wait till I talk.
I don't know who the fuck told you girls that you think that, you know, oh, I'm the hot shit, the new commodity. I got my titties, my breasts, and everything else. But bitch, at the end of the day, your soul is still nasty as fuck. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. The gay community is so disgusting to me. I don't support it. I'm gonna be very honest. I do not support the LGBT because I got the most hurtful, critical, everything hurtful from the LGBT. Just because me being a lesbian, coming out as lesbian, oh, you should commit suicide. I have to commit suicide because you want to go suck dick for a regular. Go ahead and do that, sweetheart. But I shouldn't have to do that. So I wait to hear the topic of everybody and everything and just to hear the thing. But at the end of the day, we're the most people that needs to really take an evaluation on ourselves.
Yes. That's exactly what I said at the beginning.
Nobody understands that because I didn't know there was a rule to be gay. There's a rule to, like, if you're a stud, you should only date femmes. Or if you're a gay top, you should only date bottoms. Or, remember it was the thing back in the day, in the earliest, I don't want no facts, no femmes, just masculine. If you're DL, you're everything. If you're femme, stay back. Remember that shit? That was, I find that really pathetic. Think about it. At the end of the day, we are our worst enemies. And we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same situation. When I came to the plug, I'm not going to name any names. I had one altercation with a trans woman. And all I wanted to do was be her friend. I said, hi. I just wanted, I was like, hi, I'm trans too. I feel like as trans women, we should stay together. Baby looked at me and was like, who the fuck are you? Why are you here? So I'm like, okay, well, baby, guess what? That's where that animosity, that hate, that, bitch, fuck you. That competition state comes from. I don't want to be like that, but sadly, when it comes to trans women, everybody thinks this is the ball. And the one who's the prettiest get the highest tens. I don't know how that works. Just fucking with me, bitch, you will get chopped.
Oh, she ate that.
Ooh, I like her.
She ate the fuck out of that.
Thank you
Before
for
anybody talks, I just want to say this because I'm going to be small of mine. I really want to commend you. And the reason why I want to commend you, and I know that you don't support it, but from an LGBT person, a pansexual person that's coming to talk to you, I really want to commend you because a lot of people, one, they really don't admit to their flaws, especially what they're dealing with, when they, got brought up until now. And my thing is just like, and we talk, and me and Momo and somebody else talked about this, like I think the last time he had a show about God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
And my thing is, it's like everybody starts from the bottom. But my thing is, you're going to be the only provider that can actually work your way up to get to where you want to be. And my thing is, it's like what you just said to me, and mind you, I'm wine drunk, so this is coming from the heart. I feel what you're saying about that because my thing is like I've dealt with that a little bit, especially the homeless situation. And my thing is it's like for somebody that's really strong and empowering like you, this right here shows me that you cannot really depict on a lot of trans people because a lot of trans people had to work their ass to get to where they need to be, especially in a good perspective way, not even in a bad perspective way. And I really commend you on that, especially. And then for you having a child and then you're still doing that as a mother. And then, you telling them and things like that too, just giving them the knowledge that they need to give to, their, specific, daughter or son. I really commend you on that for real. Because a lot of people on this damn game, I would say out of all of the trans people I know, you are the main person that's really like admitted to all your stuff and you just bossed up from starting from the bottom and working your way up to the top of your temple. Seriously.
Yes.
So I really want to commend you on that. Seriously. Right. From a gay person. And my thing is, whoever the fuck told you this and that did you so motherfucker wrong that's in my lane of being gay, they fucked up because half of these motherfuckers on here don't even got their shit together. And you do. Some of these motherfuckers is living in other people's houses.
Some of them can take a tip from you.
Okay. And not living in the house that's in their motherfucking name. Child. So it's like, but keep doing what you're doing. Seriously, don't let nobody on this goddamn game tell you what you can't do and what you will do on this goddamn game. They can't depict your future. They can't really tell you what to do. You're the person that actually owns your blueprint of the situation that you're dealing with right now. Nobody else in this goddamn game. Because I guarantee you, half of these bitches can't pay their goddamn bills, and bitch, you can.
Wait
No
a minute
shade.
now. Let us
Alright.
talk on. And I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. You didn't have to do
Seriously.
that, but I really appreciate you coming on here. This is what I wanted to start this show for, is to open the floor, give you guys a forum to talk, to share your experiences, to talk about your lives, because you don't know how it's affecting somebody out there that's listening either here or on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There could be a blessing upon their life. You know what I'm saying? Just you saying that can let them know, okay, I still got time to, complete my goals. You know what I'm
Girl,
saying?
you a walking testimony. You sure
thank
are.
you.
Okay. Like
Thank you for sharing
that
that.
right there moved me a little bit. Like seriously. Like
Right.
Dude, and I ain't
For
even
real.
trans. Like
okay, me neither. Because
I'm like, damn. It was
because
heartwarming.
it's a lot of people that would be on this game talking about some, I bought breasts, I bought ass and stuff like that. Baby, we don't care about that.
It's all
If
about
you-
being humble. That humbleness, like that's where the whole where we started from in this conversation.
I know,
The
I know what
LGBT
trans- I know what
community
trans-
and learning from each other, like being
Okay.
humble. Cause all that bitterness, all that boasting shit, like she just said, like she dragged a whole lot of people that be coming through here talking all that mess. I love y'all,
Right.
but some of y'all need to be humble, and you will be
And-
getting those blessings. Like I'm just saying.
And for the gays out there, y'all be quick to talk about calling a female a tranny and stuff like that. But half of the time, the quote unquote tranny that you fucking with got their shit together rather than your gay ass. No shade. So it's like y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to uplift. We all up in the same goddamn fucking family. Y'all be quick to call a bitch a tranny, but half of the time y'all hoes don't even got y'all motherfucking shit together. For
Or
y'all to
that
even be
word
calling
that word faggot just gets under my skin, and I hate it when I hear y'all fighting.
But you
and
want to
word
know what's
come out,
funny?
and y'all playing with it. I'm just
hold
like,
on. Debbie, but you want to know what's funny?
oh,
The gays is the ones that's they will
Yeah.
quickly go to the trannies before the trannies even go to the trans to go to them rather than the other way around. The trans don't even be saying nothing to the gay people most of the time.
I cringe when I hear
Like
that
y'all,
word.
like y'all be quick to comfort them, and they don't be doing shit to y'all. Half of the trans don't be doing shit, but like the ones that be having their shit together, like baby, y'all need to be working together. Y'all don't need to be fighting each other. Hell, calm y'all
Yeah.
shit down.
All right, y'all. If it's okay with y'all, I would love to get some of these curious cat
Yeah,
questions
sure.
out
Go ahead.
there for you.
I was about to take the floor because Momo moving around.
This is
Yeah, go ahead.
This one I think is a really good thought provoking one. It reads, sometimes I feel like what some members of any minority group are fighting for isn't equality, but an advantage. I'm interested to see how the panel responds to this. I'm going to read the question one more time, y'all.
Yeah, please.
Sometimes I feel like what some members of any minority group are fighting for isn't equality, but an advantage. I'm interested to see how the panel responds to this.
Oh, me. Okay. So
I'm going to just say false boots, but you know.
Right, exactly. So let me just break it down to you, okay, or to y'all. So first of all, if you're a minority, that means that you're not a white cisgender man, correct? They have the most privilege in the Western world, correct? Okay. So no, they're not fighting for a fucking advantage. We are fighting for equality, whether it be a gay person, a black person, a trans person. Everyone is fighting to be on the same level as a cisgender white man because they have the most power in the world. Now, it may seem like, for example, I've heard black people say, gay people just started their, queer people, we're going to say just queer people, it's easier. Queer people just started their race, right? And they're already ahead of us. And that may be true. I can't really say. But what I can say is we're all fighting for equality. And there are levels to this shit. A cisgender white gay man is going to have more privilege than a black transgender woman who is at the bottom of the barrel. Do you understand? Yes, we are all fighting for equality. We all need to be helping each other. Like in the minorities, this irritates me with minorities, right? Because it's like Dream said earlier, it's like crabs in a fucking barrel. Like everybody's trying to crawl over each other, fight each other to get to the top. And I really believe, not to sound like I'm at the beauty pageant, but I really believe that if we all held hands and helped each other, we can all get to equality. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if I knock down a trans woman as a bisexual man, then I'm no better than the white man who's knocking me down. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. But no, I don't believe that people are like, fighting for an advantage. I believe that people are fighting for equality. I do have a problem with cancel culture, and I think that the world is getting more and more sensitive, and that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened to Kevin Hart really pissed me off, and I'm a part of the LGBT community, and I thought that was ridiculous. What happened to Dave Chappelle was ridiculous in my opinion. Because there are certain things that, like, comedy makes fun of life. That is what it is. I do feel like society is getting very, 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 very sensitive, and that's ridiculous. But other than cancel culture, which does seem to take advantage for certain groups, I really don't think that's the case. I think people just want equality.
Well,
I think what Gigi was trying to say, y'all.
I was about to answer it.
Oh, I know, but I was trying to say I don't think it was Kevin Hart. I think it was it was Kevin Hart because he did it.
Yeah, Kevin Hart had the tweets.
The tweets that he did.
Oh, I didn't see no tweets. We did watch the Kevin Hart stand up though. I mean, not Kevin Hart. Damn, I did it with the Dave Chappelle stand up.
Kevin Hart said that if he found out his son was gay, he would beat him or some shit like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he had some homophobic tweets.
Okay, now that's a little triggering than what Dave Chappelle did, but
yeah, it definitely is. But my thing is, these tweets were dug up. They was old tweets. Like, people do change. Like, my dad, me and my dad don't really talk that much. We really have a very strained relationship. But like a couple months ago, he called me and told me, like, he asked me, finally, after 25 years, he asked me if I like boys. And I said, yeah. He was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I accept that. He was like, 6 years ago, I would have hated you. But he's like, I've learned, I've grown. And people do learn and people do grow. Like, so Kevin Hart might have said that as a joke or as a serious tweet or whatever 5 years ago, but that's not Kevin Hart of today. You know what I mean? And what drives me crazy is people will get on this, like, that man was getting ready, what was he getting ready to host, the Oscars, the Emmy, something? He was getting ready to do something that black people barely ever get to do. And somebody went and dug up those tweets to take his ass down, and it worked. It's just ridiculous.
Because it's that bitterness.
Yeah, I can't stand that. I don't like cancel culture. Like, to me, it's like, okay, he said that, yeah, it was fucked up. All right, but he apologized, or even if he didn't apologize, you don't know what he's thinking 5 years later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let it go. And I think a lot of people have a problem with letting it go. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just easily letting things go. But, that's how I feel.
We're drifting off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, Rose.
I want to jump back in. To answer the question, it was, do you feel like people want an advantage? I don't know if I'm coming off as trash when it comes to these questions, but fuck yeah, I want an advantage. I feel like in order for certain groups to gain equality, we have to have an advantage for a certain period of time. And that's just what it is. In order for you to catch up with somebody who's had a head start the whole game, you're going to have to get a head start. Like, that's just what it is. Like, there's no way to get around that. So I don't know if that's problematic for people. But in terms of Kevin Hart, I do think Kevin Hart, his situation was bad. I don't think it was fair. Dave Chappelle was talking about stuff that he didn't understand, and he did not understand the danger that his platform and the discussion that he was trying to have caused. Like, people don't realize, like he said, he was Team TERF. TERF is, of course, if you are familiar with the special, trans exclusionary radical feminists. These are people who believe that trans people should not exist. So to say that you're team them means that you are you want to eradicate trans people from just being on Earth. And he said he had a trans friend and all that. And I feel like that was kind of, honestly bullshit. Like he used that person as a prop. Um, I think we cancel culture and holding people accountable are two different things. I think cancel culture, honestly and truthfully, does not work. I think he got more publicity out of people being outraged at him than anything else. He didn't lose any money. He didn't lose any sponsorships. Dave Chappelle did not lose anything by having people rage at him on Twitter and Instagram. He lost nothing. Cancel culture means nothing. But I do think people should be held accountable for their trash viewpoints and their trash statements. And do with that what you will. That's all I have to say.
I looked at it differently though, honestly. I feel like he did at one point feel as such, kind of like what Gigi said about the whole thing with Kevin. And when that friend of his, took their life, it kind of might have opened his eyes. Now, we don't know because we don't live his life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going based off of things that are put out in the public. So it's like, when he did that stand-up, I took it as, like, him basically doing Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's always been. And when he said what he said and he brought up all the situations that were going on, I feel like he talked on it. He kept it honest, like he's always kept it honest. And, I feel like bringing his friend up and talking about it. No, I don't feel like that was a pipe cleaner friend though, because that's been a friend for years. It's not like they just were up with friends like yesterday. Like they've been friends for a long time. And so it was like, and he actually, brought her up and kind of like.
There's some tea about their friend though. There's some tea, there's some tea about the friend, and I don't know if y'all want to really get into the weeds of Dave Chappelle. I don't know if this is what that's about.
I mean, it's not, but
let's bring it back.
Before we do that, you guys.
It was definitely given prop. That was not a real friend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, before we get into that, dive deep into that, we're gonna take a close out on YouTube. We're gonna continue the conversation in world for all you out there in the YouTube land who would like to join us. You're more than welcome to come on down to the plug. I do believe the link for in world is in the description of our video. So please come on down and join us down here. We were 65 plus. But I think we're doing it down to 60. But hey, look, come on in, world. We having a good time here. We're going to have some fun. And so I'm just going to close out the YouTube and say thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you on Monday for our next show. And I hope that you guys are available to come in, world, and have fun with us here. But until then, we'll see you next time. And as I always say on Mo Late Nights on YouTube, peace, love, and soul grease.
Did we get rid of that?
No, we did not.
We did.